Alrighty. Thank you for tuning in. It takes great courage to do something like this because it comes from a place of vulnerability. But I do it because I know how much it changed my life. And so I feel like if I do this, then it's like my way of paying it forward. And hopefully, if I share, I can help change someone else's life out there too. So, for those of you that haven't heard my journey, I was working as a director of catering for 3 hotels in Calgary for many years. I worked long hours, I took very little breaks, and I felt very overworked and underappreciated. I'm sure there's many of you out there like that. Meanwhile, at home, I had 2 boys 13 months apart. Shout out if you were a mom of almost Irish twins. It's crazy, right? Life was busy. I literally didn't know if I could fit another thing in from working 10 hours a day, raising 1 and 2 year old boys, and like doing the dailies of mom life, like house cleaning and cooking and baths and repeat, repeat, repeat. But not only that, my sons were having febrile seizures, and I couldn't handle the fact that I wasn't able to be home with them. That likely stemmed from childhood trauma, as my mom was a single mom and she always had to work. It honestly felt like that was like the biggest excuse, and it probably was the biggest excuse. But from a child, it really was hard because it felt like she could never spend that time with us because she always had to make an income to support our family, which I mean, I'm so proud of her for doing. But as a child, I wished I had more time to spend with her. I knew that I didn't want this for me or my kids to not have the time to spend with them and watch them grow and see them through those little moments. And that might not be for everyone, but I felt like that was really heavily playing on my heart. So I really wanted to be at home with them. Does anyone else out there feel that way? Go to work, come home, make dinner, put the kids to bed, and then repeat, 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 repeat. I started to watch a friend who was in the skincare industry excel in a career that was paying her a similar salary, but was working minimal hours. Like minimal hours as in I was working 10 hours making the same salary and she was working 2 hours and making the same salary. That is when it definitely intrigued me. After all, the biggest thing that we complain about most is that we don't have time and we're always working through financial stresses, it seems. Please tell me I'm not alone here. As I started to watch her journey, it started to spark my interest. Now, keep in mind, I had never sold skincare before, never even used it. And so I never thought it would be for me. I was super skeptical. I was skeptical about the whole thing. Like many of us are, like that word, I'm like, nope, can't do it. But she told me there was a 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee if I jumped in and tried the business. Well, after some life altering events of my parents' house burning down, 2 days later, I felt like there was so much on my plate I couldn't take it anymore. And I knew that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I literally went to her house the next day and I jumped in with 2 feet because I knew that I had to make a change. Guys, I didn't have the money. I had to take $1,000 pay cut in the recession. I didn't have the money to do this, but I knew that if I put it on my credit card to see what it could be, I thought I really need to give this a try because if she could do it, I could do it. I didn't want to be worried about financial stresses anymore, and I wanted my time back. I quickly became connected when 3 months in. So I jumped in, and I quickly became connected when 3 months in, I was able to cover my monthly mortgage. And 7 months later, I not only earned $1,000 shopping spree to Nordstrom's, but I was able to give my notice and be a stay-at-home mama. I always wanted to be for my kids. Like, who's excited about that? That is like life altering to be so skeptical and then all of a sudden have this opportunity that, like, I feel so blessed. And a lot of us sit back and go like, no, I couldn't do that. And that's exactly what I did. And so, I mean, look at what can happen if you just kind of jump in and just go for it. I knew there was really no risk, so I did. Shout out if this is you. If you resonate with this, shout it out. And if this is not you, that's okay. Just like my friend, this wasn't her goal. She just wanted something for her, something to contribute and something to be proud of. Guys, this business has given me more than I could ever imagine. I've been able to leave my career, go on extravagant vacations with my hubby. I've been able to earn amazing rewards, and I truly feel appreciated. I typically work this business when my kids go to bed or when dad's out on play dates with them, and I really work it in when I can. I feel so blessed to have taken the leap of faith to see what this could be. If this resonates with you, don't be shy to reach out to me. Build up the courage and let's see if this is a right fit for you. And if it's not, that's a-okay too. I look forward to hearing from those of you that are ready to make a change. Thanks for taking the time to hear my story and my journey. I truly appreciate it.